Hey everybody, it's Gone Turbo. In this video, I'm going to look at a mod called Mythical Ages. This is a weather mod, and I wanted to kind of give you my thoughts and a little bit of a review of this mod. It is for Skyrim Special Edition, playing on Xbox One. Mythical Ages is about 2.5 megabytes, so it's a small mod, but pretty powerful. It's got a lot of cool components to it. An overhaul of the weather and lighting system to give more fantasy theme. It has a preset system, replacement or new thunder sounds, intense rain and snow, really great shading and lighting. A cool looking sun, by the way, really nice. So what I wanted to do was to kind of live the world of Skyrim here and put this video together with some wandering and some thoughts as we kind of go along through. Now, one thing you'll notice is that I have Darkness Falls under Mythical Ages, and we'll talk about that as we get into this mod a little bit. So here we are outside of Whiterun, and we have a dragon that is circling and probably terrorizing the citizens there. And for now, we're going to steer clear because, yeah, we're not going to engage in a dragon fight right now, but rather check out this mod, Mythical Ages. So I really like this mod. It's got a lot of really nice features to it, but definitely some positives and negatives. Now, as a bit of a something to kind of base this on is that if you've seen my other videos, I'm a Vivid Weathers fan. And, I'm waiting for the day that Weather Mod comes along and can change my mind with Vivid Weathers. There's just a lot of things about Vivid Weathers that I like. However, a mod like this comes along and there's so many features to this that I like better than Vivid Weathers. And anyway, so some of the positives for this mod is that it adds a really nice lighting element to the game. There's just so many moments that I've been playing with this where I say, this is a very beautiful screen, very beautiful scene, depending on the fog or the lighting or the color, and how natural and realistic many moments can look with this mod. The morning and the evening as the sun rises and sets just looks really beautiful, and things are surrounded by light in a very beautiful kind of way. Now, what I want to try to avoid is any changing of the weather here with a cheat mod. So I'm trying to capture everything as it naturally kind of scripts here. So one thing that is really nice is the sun. If you use far better sun with this, you will get a very large beaming sun that just fills the screen in a overpowering kind of way. So don't use far better sun with this. It definitely conflicts. But you can't really see it right now because the clouds are in the way. There's a nice sun flare. God rays are present with this mod as well. One of the things that it also seems to do differently than Vivid, a little bit of a comparison here, is the midground and the background, the kind of the blue haze that is really natural in terms of a real world kind of way, is something that this mod can pull off. So they're on a really nice clear day. The background mountains will kind of have a blue hue to them, kind of a blue haze, and a little bit in the midground. Now, again, it's very natural looking, very real looking. Compared to Vivid, though, Vivid is pretty consistent foreground, midground, and background when it comes to kind of that blue fuzz, that blue haze. And in fact, when I use Vivid Weathers, I add a little bit of blue tint to display enhancements. But this mod can pull that off pretty naturally. So it's either something that you like or something that you don't like if you experience it. In this mod, the far background mountains typically seem to have a consistent covering. So you can see the mountains there in the far distance are kind of one set color. However, that can provide at times a really beautiful look to the whole distance from here to there, compared to some other weather mods that just can't pull that off. Let's see. So let's go ahead a little bit and see if we can advance time and see if we have any changes. And you can just see some of the features as we hang around the tundra here. Just things like this. I don't know about you, but I really enjoy these kind of moments in Skyrim. I take screenshots like crazy, and one right here, just how everything looks, just absolutely beautiful. I haven't seen some moments like this so much with other weather mods like Vivid. Just can't quite seem to pull them off. All right, as we get into the nighttime here, like I said, the night sky can be quite blue when we don't have the auroras happening here. So the nighttime can definitely be more fantasy than realistic, and that's why I had that Darkness Falls mod. The Darkness Falls mod underneath this will darken the night a little bit, not too much, but when I tested it out, I thought it complemented everything pretty well. The shadows were darker, obviously, but in a natural kind of way. That dragon looks like it's gonna kick someone's butt. I have diverse dragons and dragon variants, so he looks pretty colorful out there. Anyway, the night sky with this mod, the stars are pretty nice. The vanilla sky at night seems to have a lot of teeny tiny stars that, as you kind of move the character around and then the screen around, seem to kind of twinkle a little bit. These seem to be a little bit more fixed, and just kind of there. I don't know how else to describe it, but as everything kind of moves around here, there are stars in the sky, but they're just kind of there compared to that vanilla look where things seem to kind of twinkle a little bit. Some definitely cool looks here. I notice sometimes in the evening with the effects in the sky, you get kind of a green look to the night sky, to the ground cover. Kind of a green mist that happens, like right here. Which is cool. All right. I'm actually glad it's rained, because one of the things that I'm not a fan of with this mod is the rain particle effects. I think some of the other weather mods can pull off a very natural, real-looking rain, and this is not quite that, in my opinion. It's kind of, well, you can see kind of a light blue color that's very, very raindroppy, for lack of better words. And I'm just not that much of a fan of how the rain looks. The snow, however, I will go ahead and cheat the snow a little bit. Looks really nice. I want to put Blizzard on here, and been playing with this a little bit outside of Windhelm on a dark blizzardy night with some of the torches around the area. It just looked so fantastic. Now, because I'm using the cheat mod, it's gonna disappear pretty quickly. So, oh well. The fog looks great. And it's still lingering a little bit. All right. The last thing I wanted to mention, which is less of a positive and more of a negative, unfortunately, is that sometimes in fog effects and cloud effects, I get these lines, these kind of striations in the atmosphere. I don't think I'm conflicting with any other mod, but you never know. I mean, I'm testing this mod right in my load order. I have enhanced lights and effects, the exterior, or the enhancements there for exteriors. However, that mod claims to not conflict with weather mod, so that shouldn't be quite the case. But anyway, that is one thing that I also see sometimes with this mod is kind of these lines in the clouds and in the fog. Oh, that wasn't it. All right. Okay, so as we start to kind of wrap up this video, I don't know if you can see here, but right about in the middle of the screen is kind of the center point to what kind of looks like this ripple effect in the atmosphere. Now one could say that, oh, that's just kind of sun haze, but it really isn't, because I notice it again in some of the cloud cover and some of the fog. So if any of you try this mod and see something totally different, please feel free to comment. And I think we're all in this together with how we get these mods to work. And this mod, again, has a lot of positives to it. It looks absolutely beautiful in so many ways. And if you can live with some of the negatives that I've talked about, that, again, are just my opinion, then this might be the weather mod for you. It's low in size in terms of megabytes, but it's got a lot to it that look really, really nice. And again, it's got some of those preset options that you can get into that can make things a little bit more to your taste. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you subscribe and like, and stick around for some more videos about Skyrim, video games, mods, and all kinds of great stuff. All right, have a good evening.